So developing presentation skills is really important. At some point, you're going to have to sell yourself, maybe at a networking event or an interview, sell your organisation to a potential customer, or sell a fantastic idea to a fellow colleague. So while we know it's important, I appreciate it fills you with dread, probably about 40% of you. A recent survey looked at people's biggest fears. The list included deep water, sickness, heights, death, but the top of the list was speaking in public. People prefer to die than speak in public, so that probably demonstrates the big challenge that you've got. So, in response, I'd like to share with you my 10 top tips to manage those nerves and deliver a great presentation. So know why you're there and what you have to say. Every presentation is different. Are you there to disseminate information? Are you there to consult? Are you there to seek feedback? Are you there to seek opinion? Or are you there to gain buy-in? So find out who's in the audience and what they want to know. Don't be self-indulgent when presenting. You're not presenting for yourself. You're presenting to meet the needs of the audience. So try and understand what do they want to know and how you can best deliver that message. So know how you're going to communicate. Whether using PowerPoint, Prezi, Flipchart or nothing at all, make sure you've got everything you need and you've tested the equipment. So how to manage your fears? Well, I think it's quite a natural thing to have some kind of concern. Otherwise you become complacent. So relax yourself by taking a deep breath, clenching and clenching those muscles, and actually confidence will come from knowing your presentation. So how to manage your body language? Well, I've written a whole blog article which you can find out some further information, but a few immediate tips might be keep your hands out of your pockets, look at the audience and not the screen, don't rock, don't shuffle, and use the eye sweep approach. This is where you look at each person in turn, scanning the whole room. So stick to the time. Failing to deliver your presentation to the timescales agreed shows poor time management and you cannot follow instructions. So how do you stick to the time? Well, you can practice your presentation and time yourself. I use the lap time function on my stopwatch on my phone. Each lap indicates a different slide or a different section of the presentation. It is a really good way to see where your time has gone and what changes you need to make. So how to master your voice? Well, try and slow down when you're presenting. If you talk too fast, it makes it difficult for the audience to follow you, and it doesn't give the audience enough time to absorb the information you're sharing. So don't shout, project from the diaphragm. If you're worried about people hearing you, then practice by getting someone to stand at the back of the room and check that they can hear you. So vary the pace and include pauses. I like using pauses. It tells the audience that you're about to or you've said something really important. It gives them time to take it in. For example, I might say, this new approach will result in 3 key benefits for your business. I'll leave a pause for dramatic effect. For example, number 1, reducing waste. Number 2, another pause, increase employee attendance, and so on and so on. So handling questions from the audience. Again, really important, as a well-handled question can underline your credibility, clarify misunderstandings, and increase audience interest and participation. So in the presentation, when answering a question, stay cool, listen carefully, seek clarification if you don't fully understand the question. Stick to the facts, say you don't know if you must, but agree to come back to them with the answers. So think about the structure. It is important the presentation flows and people can follow it. I use the BBC News way of presenting. I tell them what I'm going to tell them. This provides an indication of what the presentation is about. Then I tell them, and then I tell them what I told them. This summarises what's been covered. Practice, practice, practice. It's important to rehearse. I would suggest presenting in front of colleagues, getting to ask questions and give you some feedback. Practice in front of the mirror so you can pick up any body language gestures. Give yourself plenty of time to do this. I hope you found these hints helpful. Best of luck on your next presentation. Contact me on the details on the screen if you'd like some further help.